Can you check? In there? Okay, we're live.
And we're back. Who's gonna introduce me? I've never introduced. I've got TV say.
You should introduce your topic.
Are you live?
Yes.
Let me see it.
We have 5 minutes. This takes me. What are they? Right here.
Jocelyn, why do you laugh at that?
Because she's there.
Oh my god.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
I don't know.
Wait a minute, see.
Yes, it is. But I don't know. No, it's live. It's right here.
So is it light?
It says we're live. It says we're live. Can you see it? Push the code. Yeah, I can see it. Let me see how do I look? We might still looking. Wait, shit.
I don't know. Your feelings. They try.
Is that the new link?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go in there?
Oh, scoot over that way.
Oh, yeah.
You go. Hey guys, welcome back to KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview. I'm your host Chloe, alongside with
Marie.
Truth. And Mia.
So we're gonna get started with Talk of Townview today. So who wants to go ahead and start?
I'll start. So today, Thursday the 16th, there at 5 p.m. There's an HSAP application assessment. There's also at 2 p.m. it's the JSD Commons AP prep session. And then remember, guys, Monday we do not have school, the January the 20th. Tuesday the 21st, when we come back, it'll be a B day. And at 4:30 to 5:20, HSHP will have a meeting at the gym about JROTC. And then Thursday, January the 23rd, at 8 in the morning, Law will have a TCU visit. At 1 p.m., SEM will have a meeting in the theater about Abbott Lab internship presentation. At 4:25 p.m., Health will have a meeting at the theater about HOSA. At 4:30, Health will have another meeting in the gym for ROTC. And 4:30, theater will have a meeting about HOSA.
Okay, going on, Saturday, January 25th, SEM Magnet will have the testing day number 1. The time will have a meeting in the library about magnet application sessions. At 7:30 a.m., HSHP will have an application assessment. At 12 p.m. For SBM in room 301, there will be the choir vocal masterclass. Monday 27th, the paperwork is due for BOC. TBMC will have a spring event submissions deadline, and at 4:30 p.m. TBMC will have the Theater Leadership Council. On Tuesday, January 28th at 8 a.m., HSHP will have a library faculty and staff meeting. At 8 a.m. as well, SEM will have a meeting for PTSA. It's a general meeting. At 4:30 p.m., HSHP will have a meeting for ROTC in the gym for physical fitness. And Thursday, January 30th at 4:25, there will be a BOC meeting. At 8:15 p.m., TBMC will have a library meeting for TELPAS training. And at 4:30 p.m., HSHP, there will be a meeting in the gym for ROTC physical fitness. So, just as yesterday, the month is still less full. Mm-hmm. Well, I really hope if y'all are seniors for business, y'all hoped y'all actually got to the meeting today at 8 a.m. I heard it wasn't that long, but just by looking at some people's faces, I can tell they didn't make it. But yeah.
Isn't it like an English prep day or something for they feed them? On Saturday?
I don't know. Is it?
I remember Miss Kerner was talking about like coming in. It's from like 8:30 to 12:30. And it has different teachers from different schools, and it's at this campus, and you have 3 sessions to choose. It's for like English preparation. I'm guessing for the AP exam, because the college board made some changes.
Yeah. Some teachers will give you extra credit for going to those, so make sure if you do have an opportunity, you go.
Are you going?
Yes.
I didn't even know about it, so.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try.
Make sure y'all go to like all the AP prep sessions like for each subject, because if you pass the AP exam, it will potentially save you money in college. Some colleges take it, some colleges don't. So hopefully you do take it if you pass. If not, then
call 3rd year. Hopefully I pass this time.
Okay.
Expose yourself.
Okay. Well, anything else y'all know that's going on that y'all want to add on?
Oh, the band will be participating in the the King Parade on Monday, right? Mm-hmm. So make sure you guys come out and support Townview's band. They're working extra hard, and yeah.
And if you've never went to the parade, just the words up, don't ever go on Saturday. Go on Monday. Saturday, I think it has bad weather probably, but anyway, Saturday is full of cars. Like that's it. Monday is where the real show is. You're welcome.
So go Monday. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning into this segment. Remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at KSBM_TVT, on Facebook at KSBM Radio, and on Snapchat at KSBM Radio_TVT. Remember to look us up on Anchor.fm at KSBM Radio. Thanks for tuning in.
I talk fast.
You could be a rapper.
Hey guys, welcome back. So we're gonna start on our hot topic today, which is dress code. There is a lot of, I guess, debate on whether it's good or it's bad. So we're just here to talk about how we feel about it.
Yeah.
So, do you want to start off?
Okay. So I'm gonna start off with my passionate fact. Many school dress codes use gendered language such as girls must not wear spaghetti straps or show cleavage. The reasoning, these things are distracting to others, particularly males. A boy's education can be compromised by your gender. Please do what you can to neutralize it. This was quoted on neatoday.org as to how dress code is viewed by teachers or administration, while they have some dress codes in place, and how particularly females have more restrictions. Yeah. And I absolutely do agree. Since elementary school, we couldn't wear anything that showed our shoulders, spaghetti straps. We couldn't wear shorts.
Yeah. Or if they were shorts, it was long shorts.
Yeah, to the knee or something.
Yeah.
And I don't get why we couldn't wear spaghetti. I understand why, but they would say it's because of the male's perspective, but that's not really our
To be
fault.
truthful, the girls are the only ones that actually have a dress code. Boys just have no sagging or a belt.
Yeah.
That's really it. So basically, the dress code is targeted towards girls, but it was a quote from. It was a girlhood expert. She said it's saying the male response is your fault, your body is causing negativity. And that's basically the message that these schools have been putting out since we were young. That it's our fault. We have to change this and that to change the male's mind and change their way of thinking. It's not our fault that they think shoulders are good or something. How can is why?
I've never understood the shoulder thing. I just don't.
I'm guessing it's saying most of those shirts that do show shoulders tend to lead towards the area of your cleavage area. Cause spaghetti straps, they show a part up there. But I don't know. Don't understand it either.
So what do you guys think?
Well, I don't know. I feel being general about it, I do feel there's more restrictions on girls than there is on boys, because on boys it's more just wear your polo shirt or whatever and some pants or slacks. And then for girls it's okay, well, if you're going to wear a skirt, you need to wear some tights under that. Or if you're going to wear leggings, you need a long shirt. Yeah. So I feel there's many more things that go into how we can dress over how the boys are dressed.
So what do you think?
In my opinion, I believe all of that you guys are saying. I do think there's a very strict restriction with how they make females dress, but at the same time, in a way, we can't really blame guys because that's something that their body responds to. It's I hear guys and they're it could be anything, and
I understand what you're saying, and we can't change it, but their response shouldn't affect the way we can come to school and dress. Sometimes dressing for people is a way of expressing themselves, or you bought your mom, or you bought all these clothes and you can't wear them, or do outfits and stuff because of dress code. And I feel it's more restricted on girls. Say a boy walks in the hall with slides on, and then a girl has an off-the-shoulder top. She's gonna get yelled at because automatically shoulders, I see that, versus slides. So it's just I feel it's enforced more on women. I don't know if it's just protect us from boys, but I do not like that quote that they said that a boy's education can be compromised by gender. A girl's education can be compromised by that stuff too. It's just not males. I don't like how they said that right there. So that's why
I seen that same quote saying boys' education can be compromised, but it's all about self-control. You will never know what fetishes other people have that could compromise their education. It doesn't have to always be in the sexual aspect, but at the same time, it's not restricting the boys. How do you know girls are not sitting here with their education compromised? It's all about self-control. It's how your parents raised you. Like, your parents not gonna raise you, oh, look at the shoulders. Maybe you can't learn. Like,
Yeah, I think it goes into home training, just like you said, like, they shouldn't be taught, like, oh my gosh, if a girl's shoulders are out, that looks so hot, right? I think, like, boys should know, like, I don't
the
know how to
beauty
say
is
it,
in the
like,
face.
I've never
Well,
seen a
not-
boy
not
like
in the
just
face,
like, oh my
but,
god,
like,
her shoulder
yeah,
is just
exactly, and I feel like that's something that they're, like, putting on, like, oh my gosh, her shoulders are out,
I
like,
just can't
no, it's
learn.
not okay.
I can't.
Yeah, so I feel like it's really
No.
up to every person's, like, how they were raised, I guess, to, like, have that self-control of not being like, oh my gosh, her shoulders are out.
I
Or
know
I can, like,
I actually
stuff
see
like that.
men that's not attracted to, like, your physical appearance
Mhm.
and, like, what you show. They're not attracted to girls who show a lot of skin, but they're thinking, like, the attraction is in your head. It's, like, where your mind is, your intelligence, how you move. It's, like, certain people are raised to look at things like that and not just your physical body and appearance.
And I have a comment about this quote. Some people skip class, so if you're not in class to even see the shoulders, you can't blame a boy's education or a female's education on that. So I don't want to hear that quote anymore, because if you do not try in school, do not blame the girl next to you shoulders or the boys next to you slides. Like, you can't blame them because of their outfit. That's not helping you. Look at the books, not the shoulders. Thank you.
Ooh, relax.
No, because like I hate how that's like flipped around. Like, it's
Yeah.
been that way since I've been in school. Like, probably even before. Like, that's just not right. I've never understood the shoulder thing. That never really upsets me.
But like steering away from that, I've also like noticed in a lot of things that I was reading where it said like dress code restricts one's personality and like how they want to show the world who they are. So how do y'all feel about like dress code, like maybe not leaving people to like show their true colors?
I want to comment on that. Okay, so we have the aspect of uniforms. If we go here, some people have religious ways they have to dress, like certain Muslims, things like that. And they had to accommodate that into the dress code because it was restricting them from that. But we can't, like, if we were to have uniforms right now, we can't express ourselves. It's just like everybody looks the same. If you were to describe someone, you'd be like, oh, the girl with this type of hair, because everybody looks bland. These same khaki or black, white, yellow, or blue, it's like the same thing. And for shoes too, I know some schools restrict shoes, and that's also another thing because some parents can't afford that. Like the kids will have normal clothes, but some parents can't afford to buy uniforms every year. And some people notice it's the same style, so they have to switch it up so the kid won't get bullied and things like that. It's like just unnecessary.
I feel like some people that I know do express themselves through outfits because, you know, we have people that are like really quiet and the only way they get heard is like how they dress or their creations, like artists and stuff. People don't even talk to school. But like, you see people wearing different outfits and you're like, I don't want to say you can like give them a personality, but like you see how they are based on their outfit. But I also agree with kind of having a uniform thing because not everybody can afford to have cool clothes and nice shoes and stuff. So I do understand the uniform thing, and I understand there's a statistic that shows 12%, nearly 22% of public schools in the United States require uniforms, and their test scores are good. But also their behavior, like they did it because of the behavior, like the dress code, they would break it all the time and have like the words on the shirt that was inappropriate right at school. That's why they enforce uniforms, and they said the test scores didn't improve. But how does that affect the mental? Was what I was trying to see from that perspective. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I also read an article that said the exact same thing. They were like viewed two different schools, one that had uniforms, one that didn't have uniforms. They did notice that there was a difference between the test scores between those who had uniform. They did better than those who didn't because how they see it, it was like less of a distraction because if you have non-uniform clothes, you get more distracted. You worry more about what you're going to wear instead of what you're doing at school. So that's what they mentioned. I don't know what you guys think of that.
To be fair, a real life example, in middle school, I went to a school, I'm not going to say the name, but we were required to wear uniforms, and it was very specific. You had to wear a certain color belt or a certain color shoes. And that school almost got shut down twice because the grades were so horrible. Like, it was shut down. The score is horrible. Everything horrible. So it just depends on the environment, I guess. Because that was a good behavior. Like, the behavior at that school is not bad. But they almost got closed like 2 to 3 times because of scores. And they have uniforms.
I had to wear a uniform when I was in elementary school. I went to a Christian school, and we had to wear uniforms. But like I said, boys could wear pants and white shirts, but we had to wear skirts and tights. And if you didn't have tights, you get in trouble for that. If your tights had ripped in them, you get in trouble for that. We had to wear certain shoes. Like, it was just a lot into the. If you didn't have your bow tie with your thing, like, it was a lot, like she said. But I feel like not having to wake up and worry about what you have to wear is kind of easy on the students.
Yeah.
But also keeping up with the uniform is kind of hard because if you don't have a certain piece, then you get in trouble for it. So it's like a
And
tough
also
situation.
thinking about if it's clean or not. Because
Yeah.
if your mom bought the same type of uniform, you'll have to figure out, oh, did I already wear these? Oh, this and that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little hard to keep up with that too.
Like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right,
Yeah.
Some people can afford to have 5 is what I was saying. Like,
Mhm.
some people literally have to buy 1 or 2 and have to rewash it every day just so they can come to school.
Yeah.
And you're spending most of your time in the principal's office if you violate that. And isn't that distracting you from your education?
Yeah.
You're in the
Well-
office getting written up.
Well, yeah, I see like 50-50 because I've spoken with some of my friends and they say like, oh yeah, when I went to middle school and we would use uniforms, that was like one less thing to do because like you would wake up and you automatically knew what to wear instead of waking up and like, oh, should I wear jeans or should I wear this? Should I wear this shirt or this shirt? And then, I mean, uniforms, I guess it was all like the same. So they do say like, oh, it takes away from bullying or something like that since you all like wear the same shirt and like pants, I guess. But then again, I do feel like there's some people that really don't want to wear uniforms or couldn't afford uniforms for every day. So I feel like normal clothes is something like that's good because I mean you obviously have clothes for like Saturdays and Sundays. So obviously I think that's a really good reason too. But I just feel like both of them, they go hand in hand. Like I see that each of them have pros and cons.
But with the with the uniforms, it's kind of just like, because when you wear regular clothes, you think about like every day. I don't think about what I'm going to wear. I know my closet, so I already have in mind like, oh, if I want to wear these pants, then just pick a shirt because I know what will look right. And it shouldn't be that hard because if you're too busy focusing on how you appear to other people, that's on your mentality. Because not everybody wake up and think, oh my God, I have to look good, I have to match, I have to do this, I have to do that. Not everybody's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing it's just different in that aspect. But also, it's like with uniforms and things like that, you're wearing the same type of clothing, but then the attention goes to shoes. Because if you're looking normal with everyone else, the only way to stand out is your shoes. And most people cannot. The shoes, keeping up with shoe trends and all that, that's even harder than keeping up with clubs. So I think that's still going to be some type of bullying because some kids wear shoes that they've been wearing for a while, and then other kids keep up with shoes that come out every month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still some type of assertion to bullying.
Back to what Luna said, I feel like, because since uniforms became popularized in schools, Walmart sold them. I'm sorry. Walmart sold them. Beauty supply stores now sell them. Like a bunch of stores sell them, and I feel like they're making a profit out of what the schools are doing. They're trying to sell uniforms because you can buy the uniforms in school, but most people buy them not from school campus. And I feel like that's kind of like going into the money system. Everything's about money. And I feel like uniforms
I've noticed that a lot of schools are like starting to put their logos.
Yeah, so you can't buy it.
Yeah, so you can't really, or unless you're like, oh, I'll get it like at Walmart or whatever, and then the school's like, okay, well it's $10 for the embroiderment, or like $15 for the stickers. So that's also another thing that I think is going into the factor of like uniforms that they're costing even more.
And you said something about bullying. Nowadays I don't really see people bullying people about their outfits. I mean, that's probably just the environment I'm in now.
Yeah.
I don't really see people bullying people about outfits.
I think
talking about that
it's more,
Like, we
Case by
obviously
case.
go to Townview. Townview is magnet, all about education. The people at a regular public school, if I was to go, like, I grew up in public schools, and it was always about how you look. Like, basically, it was always about, oh, you got Wookiees on, or oh this, oh that. They really took that serious. Like, they literally took that serious. So, say for instance, the environment we're in now at this school is completely different than the normal school. Cause they really take that serious. I'm so serious. They really take this serious. Here, we're very different. Very, very different.
From what
Nobody cares what you wear. They don't care. Like, no, nobody cares.
Yeah, well, in my case, like, in my experience, I've also, like, been in all public schools, but every single one, it's only 2 of them, I don't know what I'm saying, like, anymore, but in both of them, we had to wear uniforms, and they're specific, and I personally liked it better, because it's, like, it was easier to know what you had to pick, because now, it's, like, it may be more expensive to get the type of clothes you want, while uniforms are, like, $10, while the shirt you want might be $20.
Wait.
Uniforms are not $10.
Yeah, I used
They're
to
like
wear them.
$30 for a
They're
shirt.
not.
Right.
I don't know what type of uniform you guys were wearing, but ours was just like basic polo shirts, black or
To
blue.
be fair, this is the first school that I went to that didn't wear uniform. Besides the one I went to younger, I went there for like a month. But we just gonna disregard that. All my life, I went up in uniforms, and it was always whether. It was kind of stressful on my mom because, like, every year she have to make sure we have one for each day, or she have to make sure it's the right color. It was, like, always extra. Like, normally you have clothes at home. It's just, like, you just wake up, put on clothes, come on.
When I went to elementary school, we did not pay $10 for a shirt. Like, a whole outfit was like a good $100. Including the shoes, the stockings, the skirt, the pants, and everything was like $100. Imagine I think I had 4. I didn't get the whole 5, but I'm just saying like the uniforms are expensive. You might as well do good as just going in your closet and getting the original outfit that you have.
And another option, some people might be embarrassed to say it. I don't shop here, but I suggest it. It's the thrift store.
Yeah, thrift stores are actually good. They have good stuff.
And if you think about the factor of that, you cannot keep up with every part of your uniform. Like growing up, I would always lose like 2 shirts and a pair of pants, so I had to keep washing to keep up with the week because
And
I
they
had
get
the
smaller.
same set of uniforms to wear every day. And it was stressful because mom was like, "Where's your shirt?" I don't know. Like,
And then when you when you wash stuff, it gets smaller. You gain weight, it gets smaller, and you lose weight.
that was
Like you gotta
another
worry about
thing.
outfits and stuff.
In my research, it was saying how, like, when people get older and they will be forced to wear the same uniforms if their parents couldn't afford buying new ones, that it would get tighter and they would get dress coded for having tight pants.
Yeah.
That was like.
So either way, you can dress code it. Either way, you have uniform and you have regular clothes. You can dress code it either way. So that's what I think. But honestly, I just think that the school system is always going to change. Like we're going to have, I feel like it's going to always be the girls are going to be more restricted of things than boys. And I feel like uniforms are going to always be expensive because the school system needs money and our government needs money. The economy has to keep going. So
That's how
it's going to be expensive either way, whether you do original clothes or uniform. It's going to always be expensive.
So I've seen this little, it was an experiment, but it was like big, and it was from this school in Baltimore. And basically the little study or experiment that they did showed that not to bring race into this, but the black girls were more dress coded than the white girls, and the principal said that that's because the white girls don't have much to show.
Yeah, that's how it was in middle
So,
school.
like, how is that their fault though?
Because, okay, not to get into race, but
No, wait, to bring this up again. It was another post I seen. It was a viral post on Facebook. The girl was tall. It was a Caucasian girl. She was tall. And
yeah, her
really
mom was
skinny.
mad. I saw that.
Yeah, and her fingertips went past her shorts, and you know the fingertip rule. But she was covered. She didn't look like inappropriate or anything. But the only thing was it wasn't past her fingertip. So she got sent home again.
I feel like if you have curves, no matter the race or anything, if you have curves versus a person who doesn't have as much curves, and you're wearing the same thing, if you show more, and the person's not showing as much, you're gonna get dress code.
Yeah.
because they feel like, oh, well, this person's okay, but you're showing more than she is or more than he is. So just like,
Yeah, you have
you
the
can't
right to
you
show.
can't change how your body is. That's why I don't agree with that fact, because you can't change how. Sometimes it's genetic, sometimes it's just you. But that makes some kids feel bad because you know
Yeah.
you can't wear certain stuff because of how your body type is.
Yeah, you gotta lose weight, or you have to do this, do that. It just brings up insecurity about your body. Your self confidence is now gone. It's things like that that plays factors into this also.
So jokes on you, now curves are getting appreciated. So
Okay, I have actually a fact that I want to get your guys' opinion on. There was this fact by Connect Us a Fund that said that the reason why some schools want uniform is because it is easier to identify the student, and if there's a stranger, they'll be easier to get taken or anything, especially now that with school shootings happening.
I mean, but you can never change a school shooting. If it's gonna be a school shooting, I mean, unless
You know,
security thing.
You better watch your words. Man.
But I'm sorry, but you can't prevent stuff from happening all the time. And I feel like school uniforms isn't gonna always prevent that from happening.
But then I feel like wearing a school uniform isn't really gonna help you tell students apart, because if you're talking about wearing the same thing, they look identical. It's really just like their face, and I'm pretty sure no one really knows like, oh, this is how Jimmy looks, this is how John looks. Like, I'm pretty sure no administrator knows exactly how every kid in that school looks.
You can buy a uniform from Walmart and say you're a student. And you just walk
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
building.
I feel like you really
So,
could
it's
do
just
that.
like-
Just buy a uniform and walk into the school, and since you're in the uniform, they're like, well, he's obviously a student, so.
But we
Yeah,
have
actually,
these-
I want to give a personal experience with this because my 8th grade year at this middle school, it was an incident where this kid came onto one of the school buses and beat up another kid for messing with his little brother. The driver didn't even know that this kid did not belong with the school we was in. And it's because even though he didn't belong, he came from another school, he still had on a uniform, and he still got on the bus with no problem. So I don't think that that's a factor. Like, it won't protect the students at all. Like, you can just simply look like one of them and walk in.
But I do understand the fact that she's saying that, like, if you're in an all school uniform, you're more identified as a student than a person that's straight regular clothes. I do understand that, but I don't feel like it would prevent that fact.
Yeah, I feel like those are also like one of the many reasons why they're also starting to put like their their logos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can actually like say like, okay, you got this. And I know like the schools that are doing that, they get them like made during the summer, and then you pick them up like a week before school starts. So I know like if a person were to try to do like what you said, like just get on a random bus or go into school wearing a uniform, then they would be more like, okay, where's the logo on it?
But that's
Where's the
hard
little badge?
because schools usually charge like a crazy amount for school year. So what if a kid can't afford to buy the school uniform and kick him out of school? Like, that's not fair
Yeah.
to a student. I understand the security factor, but if a kid wants to go to school there or deserves to go to school at a certain place, and you're charging this much for your uniform and they can't afford it, you gonna kick them out of school for not being able to afford a uniform?
Like, bring us to example. It was a hassle for me to get this shirt and get it embroidered. And it's just like, it was 2 shirts. Imagine having to get 5, plus bottom and plus shoes. Like, that's too much. It's too much.
I do feel like buying stuff from school, like, you know how you like get like t-shirts and sweatshirts like with school gear, they're like $50 for like one thing because you want to have your school logo on it.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, I feel like if they do charge for uniforms, and like, I know private schools it's probably included in there, but public schools is probably not. And I'm just saying, like, it could be $8 for the shirt and then like $30 for the pants. Your parents probably don't want to pay for all that for 5 days a week. That's a lot of money.
Or you just gonna get one and have to keep wearing it.
But it's gonna get small to keep watching it. But anyway, it's an inconvenience. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about the percentage of test scores with uniforms? Do y'all feel like that's accurate, or y'all just feel like that's what they're
I don't
saying?
think it's proportional at all.
Proportional?
But I don't think the
There's no
scores correspond
schools,
with uniforms. I don't think that's how it goes.
I feel like there should be a test with like schools that are actually wearing uniforms and others that aren't. But then again, there's like, which one? How many did y'all say that actually wore uniforms?
22% of schools.
Wear uniforms? So I think there's not like a good average on the schools that wear uniforms and the ones that don't.
We don't wear uniforms.
Yeah.
Isn't
So-
like 2 of our schools up there in the nation?
Yeah.
So
I think it just depends on, this school is more of expressing yourself. So I feel like that's
Yeah.
why we don't have uniforms. But I feel like if we ever do violate the dress code enough, it may get to that point. But I think this school is pretty good with,
you
Let me
said
have
if we
the
show
activity.
too much shoulders, our scores are going down.
y'all, this was a really good segment. I think we had really good debates about each and every topic. And I hope you guys can tune in and add your comments on our streaming thing. Please make sure you follow us on KSBM_TBT on Instagram and Twitter. Please make sure you follow us on Snapchat, KSBM Radio _TBT. Use the hashtags KSBM Live, SBM Family Matters, and SBM Townview. And make sure you follow us on Anchor.fm, KSBM Radio. Thank you. Sarah, your hands in the way.
Stone break.
Are you actually going to song?
Jesus.
What happened to the box? This is the song.
What's next? Open questions. Are y'all ready? What should I read first?
Are we supposed to like react to the confessions?
You can give it
Like
advice.
we never, like we react like we've never
Heard them. And then give advice. And then, your commentary. Make it interesting. I'm gonna read this one first. This one. No, let's go with this one.
Wait a minute. Y'all are disrespectful for changing the song.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Who changed the song?
maybe it wasn't on there.
Yeah, I'll
Is
do
it
that.
downloaded? Because if it says that if it's not downloaded, they're not gonna put it.
Oh my god. That was my song.
Does that start this one?
I'm gonna start it.
Oh, right, it's here.
Hi guys, welcome back to KSBM Radio, the Voice of Townview. I'm your host, Truth, and I'm proud to bring to you Confessions. So we haven't had this in a long time, but I'm excited about this segment. So basically, confessions is when people submit their confessions all over the place, our data, and we basically respond to them and give them advice. So I'm gonna read the first one. My ex is dating my friend, and I don't know how to cope with it. So,
Oh wow, sounds familiar. No shade.
I don't know. That's
Are they still friends? That's my question.
well, yeah. I guess they
Yeah,
are.
they
It
didn't
says,
say.
it says my ex is dating my friend, right?
Yeah. They
So-
don't have to.
My take with this is your friend should have asked permission before she steps outside of that line because it's girl code. First of all, girl code. But if she didn't ask for permission, that's kind of like disrespect in a way. Because I'm pretty sure that same friend was there when you was talking to your ex. Like you was in a relationship with your ex. Grainy.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like she should ask for permission.
I guess she would be
See, if
considered.
it's okay, yeah.
But I mean, I guess it really depends, like, on the terms
That
they're
they're
at.
at,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't feel like you should have to ask someone for
No, say
permission
for
to date their
instance,
ex.
you have a friend and you was with this one person for a while, and then when you break up, say you're sad or whatever, and then your friend goes and be with this person. It's kind
Okay,
of like
see, but that's like,
backstabbing.
yeah. Okay, see, I see how
She
that's
said her
wrong.
friend. They never said how close or how far away, but it's the principle of it. It's girl code.
I feel like you shouldn't even have to ask your friend the question, can I date your ex? Why would that be considered in your mind?
Mhm.
Like if that's your friend, then why are you trying to date
Yeah,
her
but
ex?
if you do
That's
take
just-
it that
or his
way,
ex.
the best thing to do is talk to your friend first. Like, would it be okay if I started talking to this person? Or is it going to bother you? Or is it going to mess up our friendship? You should at least have that talk because you have to value your friendship more than your crush with her ex, you know?
But that kind of hurts the
Yeah, it
friendship.
will hurt, but it depends
I feel like
on
it depends
you.
on everyone, because, like, if you
Yeah.
really don't see that person as your friend, well, then why would you care? honestly?
Advice: if you value your friendship more than the person you're trying to get with, then I would not recommend it.
Yeah.
But if you do, I would ask a friend that I would never consider. But that's just if you want to do that. So I would ask a friend first. But if you love your friend more than the boy you're trying to get or the girl you're trying to get with, I would not even try.
Yeah.
So, okay, next one. This one's kind of interesting yet but funny. I'm gonna sub some of the words out.
Can I read it?
You can't. No, I'm gonna read it. 'Cause I want to make sure this gets out correctly. Yesterday, I used my mother's restroom and was extremely mad.
It
She was
took a
extremely mad.
They took a dump in the toilet.
Excuse me. She didn't know who did it, and everyone, including myself, said that they didn't do it. She hasn't talked to anyone since. What should I do? Truth, what should I do? So basically, this person used their mother's restroom, and their mother asked everyone in the house who did it, and this person did it, but they don't know how to. Their mom's not everybody in the house, so basically she doesn't know who did it.
My question is, why didn't you flush it? That's like the first thing.
But my question
No,
is,
we don't know how it
They
ended
have to
though,
put it
because it
for a
doesn't
guide.
say like I clogged the toilet or anything. It just says they used the restroom.
Exactly. And then how
So we don't know how they left the restroom.
I mean, you could have used the restroom, like, you know how your mom knows how everything is,
Yeah.
is in her restroom.
Yeah.
You could, like, maybe, the soap was on the sink a little bit and she knows how to use her
Mom does it.
restroom.
She was like, who took a shower in my bathroom?
My new advice would be, before you even did that, you should have asked your mom, why was you even in
Or
her
use a
restroom?
different restroom.
You should have been using your restroom.
No. So you say, Mom, can I move in your restroom?
No,
That's
mom,
what you
can I
say.
use your restroom? Just say, I can't use your restroom.
But it's probably, you never know if it was in a moment or something, somebody's in the other one, you never know what was going on.
But I'm saying you could have asked.
My thing is,
She's gonna be mad because you didn't ask
my
her.
thing is,
But that's kind of weird also, like just going up to your mom. Hey mom, can I use
That's
the
your
restroom?"
mom, she birthed you. She's
But
not gonna be
I
weird.
mean, but then again, like that restroom's in your house, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Mom, I had to
My
go.
thing is,
I
you
just say
should
I
have been
apologize. I
smarter.
had to go.
you should have been smarter and blamed the dog, okay?
Okay. So I'm gonna go to the next one. This one's kind of
Wait, we never gave them advice.
we did. You should next time you have to go to the bathroom, ask your mom and apologize to your mom because she's probably so upset I'm talking to you.
So all you had to do was flush.
but we don't know how it ended.
Okay, next question. So I'm gonna read this one. When I make plans, I feel like I'm in charge. How do I make it more inclusive to my friends?
Ask them what do they want to do. Like, do you want to go to the mall or what would you like to do this weekend?
But sometimes you'll be the only one that actually wants to initiate something.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
friends may like not know what to do.
I don't know, that's
Let's
weird
go
because
out.
I'm that type of
Yeah,
person
same,
too that if
same.
I'm like, oh, we should go out over here, I like to be the one that's like, oh, we should do this and this because I feel like the people I hang out with, they're not very like, oh yeah, let's do this. I feel like I have to give them the ideas and be like, okay, let's go here. Because they're not very like,
I
oh
think
yeah, let's go to the
You
movies.
should just suggest it. Like, suggest.
Yeah, but that's
places.
some people would just be like, oh yeah, and like never do anything. So then you have
No,
to
that's what I'm
be,
saying. So if you
step
want to
in.
link with somebody, I would say like, oh, it's a movie playing at this time or it's a party. You just throw it all out there and they choose, oh yeah, let's go to the movies, or they choose whatever direction they want to go in. Instead of just saying, oh, come to the mall with me this time.
I kind of feel like this person feels like they're the only person like making plans or effort to make plans with their friends. So if you feel that way, I would give my friends and be like, hey, guys, you know, do you guys want to start doing stuff more? Like suggesting what you guys want to do?
That
Like,
sounds rude.
no, it's
Do you want to start doing stuff?
doing more stuff. Like,
Well,
if you don't want to be the only one suggesting it, you want to put out
do you
there.
want to have a life now?
Like, do you guys want to like start planning stuff? I don't know how to say it, but like, I understand they're saying like they don't want to be like, the only person that's suggesting to have plans and they feel bossy
I
because
don't
of
think
that.
that's what they said.
They feel like they're in charge. Like,
No,
make plans.
this person said when they do make plans, they seem like they're in charge. They're not saying they're the only one making plans.
But I'm saying, I say she might feel that way. So I'm saying, if you do feel that way, then talk to your friends about maybe more person making
Yeah.
plans in a group.
Yeah.
As a friend, you should be able to talk to them.
Yeah.
Next
Okay. Next one. This one's kind of dark. I'm the reason my teacher got fired. So what do y'all think of that?
It depends on which teacher, because if it's my favorite, I'm going to have to see you.
This is from an anonymous person. So,
Don't move past it. What you got to say?
I would say
Why?
if you're confessing this, you may feel guilty about it,
Yeah.
and you may have second guessed your thought of why you did the thing you did.
I just
Or you
think
probably
that person-
regret that you're the one that caused.
Yeah, I think that person didn't intend for them to get fired, but
Yeah.
they wanted to like say something,
Yeah.
and they're
Like,
guilty
like,
that it went that far.
I don't feel like any student, whenever they go talk to a principal for a teacher, I don't feel like,
They
or I
expect
hope
the
that's
outcome,
not, yeah,
right?
that they don't want the teacher to get fired. They just want like to have like a clear talk with them. But I mean,
And I-
got them fired.
I kind of feel bad for this person because I feel like, you know, if say it was someone's favorite teacher,
Tough mine.
and they know that you're the person, they're gonna spread their rumor about you and be like, oh my God, this person did this, and people are gonna. But the thing was like you're trying to, I don't know how to say it,
You're
but
trying to clear your conscience.
yeah, and I understand that you may feel guilty about the situation, but the best thing you can do now is
First of all, I just want to speak on
call
this.
it a day.
The last teacher that left Townview was a while back, so it done died down. You should be safe. You should be okay. It's now time to move forward, actually. Because if you were to like check up on this teacher's life, maybe they're still doing good, and maybe they have another job, you know. So don't beat yourself up too bad. But I just think you should just move on.
okay. Next one. This person says I do not do my homework regularly.
Okay.
Well, I don't
felt
think
that.
that's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's everyone.
That's everybody.
Yeah, I think that's just a general thing. But
Maybe if you feel like actually up to it, that you're like, oh, I'm gonna do the homework I just got right now, like right now.
never
Like good for
happens.
you, but I
Like,
doubt
I've been saying
anyone
that, but
really
it
like
don't
does it
happen.
like the day of.
Yeah.
So
my advice to you, my person, is to have a planner. And if it's your senior or junior year, you can get on that. You need to start doing your homework because it comes at college time like, well, I didn't do my homework, but I want to go to college. Well, you should do your homework. So.
It's a thing called community college, okay?
Oh, she right. But if you could do your homework, that'd be great. All right.
Smell brownies.
This was kind of funny. I've never really noticed this, but this person said, I hate it when people run with their hands in their pocket.
oh my gosh, see now you made me think about it. And
I'm
that
thinking about it too.
is, that's very like uncomfortable.
Like,
Like,
are you gonna fall? Like,
I mean, they're basically going like
I
this.
thought about them bad kids and they be doing that Naruto run.
Oh my god. No, but honestly, that's how it looks, and it's like very.
But when you
pleasing
run,
to
you want
watch.
to pick up speed with your arms. So how are you doing that?
It's because
I feel
they just basically like go like this.
I
So
feel like if your hands in your pocket, you're gonna fall.
you're
'cause
gonna
you
fall
have,
because
like,
you
no
have no balance.
stability. Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's just like, okay.
Yeah, that's
Let's
something.
look at the next one. That looks interesting.
You
You just skipped it.
okay, fine. I'll read it. But it's gonna be a short one. There was someone who I felt happy with, but I was scared of things going wrong, so I ended it. And now I wonder if I will ever find someone like that again.
Sounds familiar.
I don't know.
I feel like it's a tough situation, but
Hopefully you do find somebody.
no,
mean,
but
yeah.
this person said that they ended, or she or he said they ended the situation because
They
they
was
felt like they
scared.
were going to ruin it.
Okay.
And in most cases, people feel like they're gonna ruin it, and they try to break it up. But why don't you let yourself be happy? Like I like that sounds rude the way I said it, but I'm just trying to like.
It
What happens,
doesn't.
happens.
It makes sense because nothing technically went wrong. You just ran because of you was scared of going wrong. So I wouldn't just say, yeah, just let yourself be happy and see where it goes. But fate will bring you back. If y'all was meant to be, y'all get back together. Don't just start looking for other people. Because if you get scared, then you leave again, you're wasting our time.
If life,
Okay.
if the situation goes bad, life does go on. There's a lot of people in the sea, so it's not.
There's also a lot
I
of
think
people
you
on
should
there,
actually
so.
try to rekindle with that person because they will probably think it's their fault that you
Yeah.
left. They think, oh, they actually did something wrong.
Yeah.
When in reality, you was scared of it actually going wrong.
I
And
mean, I
before
feel
y'all,
like,
go ahead.
okay, I feel like you should try it out, not just like immediately end things because you
Yeah.
feel like you're gonna screw it up. But I feel you should try it out and be like, okay, well, is this something that I actually want and I feel safe in?
And before you ended it, you should have communicated with that person that was your fear, and y'all could have figured something out. So
Yeah, I feel like in this relationship, communication was one thing that was missing.
yeah, and if you felt that way the first time, you should have said it to that person.
On to the
That's my
next
advice. This one is a confession. I hate being around my dad's side of the family. Thoughts.
one. Then don't go. You're married to your dad, not his family.
That kind of corresponds to what we were talking about last show about the parent thing.
Yeah.
I feel like some kids feel safer at a certain family because they see them more. If you feel that way about your dad's family, communicate with that with him. And if you want to try to, like, find someone on your side that you actually can connect with, and maybe you'll like it more.
To be fair, like think of it as this: your dad's side, all up ghetto, hood, lit, whatever.
Oh my God.
Then you're over here, you're kind of popperish, you know, not fitting in, and technically, it's not very easy acceptance into that. So like, I would just recommend talking to your dad, and maybe I know he wants you to be around his family and stuff because you're his kid. But at the same time, if it's making you uncomfortable, like he will try not to bring you around them so much, or he will talk with that side to make you feel more accepted and things like that.
Or tell your mom to talk to your dad. Not to get him in trouble, but like, if you're scared, talk to your dad about it because you don't know what he's gonna say.
Mamas are crazy.
Tell your mom so you can tell your
Just
dad
talk
and
about it.
communicate it.
Talk to your dad.
Or have a group chat, you know, with your mom and dad.
Your mom is gonna be like, my baby don't like going there.
Okay, next one.
Okay.
I hate school. I know that. I can't remember the last time I actually learned. I'm so used to just getting the answers.
So
This is a big one.
I was
It
told,
said I can't remember the last time I what?
like they don't
They
learn
learn
last
something.
time
Oh,
they
they
actually
learn.
That she learns something, they just get the answers.
I mean,
Well.
back then, people told me when I come to high school, you're not really going to be learning anyway. Your focus on just passing. Whatever you got to do to pass, you just do it. And I think that's a bad mindset considering you have college next if you want to go. But read a book or something.
I feel like the reason why most high school students feel this way, and I feel like the reason is because you get so much pressure on getting good grades and a good GPA and good SAT scores because you want to
Go to college.
keep your parents happy and go to college. And I feel like since we're taking so many standardized tests, it's like a lot on a kid,
And that's all that
and they feel
matters.
like I feel like people feel like they're identify as a test score, and that is not true. Your test score does not identify you, but the way we're getting tested and stuff, it just makes it feel like that all the time.
That's
Yeah.
I'm afraid of failing at everything, so I don't try. Just
Well,
try.
you already
That's my
failed at
advice.
trying, so
Just try. You'll get there one day.
Just give it a chance.
I mean,
one
failing is
thing.
what makes you better. That's all I'm gonna say. So
yeah.
try.
And I mean, I think everyone's good at it. Like they failed in something, so just try. You don't know. Maybe this time you might not fail. So
Well, that was Confessions with Truth. Please make sure you guys send in confessions. I will have the URI code on one of our social media so you guys can fill them in and put your confessions in and we'll talk about it. So please,
maybe we'll give you advice. Maybe
yes,
we'll just talk.
advice in our comments. Hopefully you'll like them. But please follow us at KSBM_TVT, KSBM Radio_TVT on Snapchat. Please the hashtag KSBM We Live, SBM Family Matters, and SBM Townview. And don't forget Anchor, Anchor.FM, KSBM Radio. Thank you.
I thought that was a show.
So how is Davey working?
Jenny has words, and she'll raise them up, and we have to come up with a song.
Oh my god, I gotta wear my glasses.
I mean, we have to, introduce.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today we have like a new short segment. It's called I don't know.
Game You.
You. And it's called like Song Association or something like that.
It's like
so
from
basically, production is gonna give us a word, and one of us has to try and sing a song with that word in it before time's up. So wish us luck, guys.
I'm sorry some of them can't see.
I just want to say something.
Yeah, we can't
I
sing.
just want to say
So.
something. I'm
Speak
still
yourself.
Marie, just with glasses on. Okay.
Speak for yourself. I can sing. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I am Beyonce.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay.
For
Period.
next year. We're ready.
What is the word?
Love, of course.
Love by Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
Never knew
Yeah.
what I was missing.
Okay.
Next word.
Next word. Baby.
Baby, baby,
Baby. Oh! Baby. The Justin Bieber song.
I'm disgusted. Why can't y'all think about Lil Baby? Like something
It's not
that.
in a song.
Sunshine.
Sunshine, you are my sunshine.
Chills.
I got chills. They're multiplying by Grease. I don't know what the song is
Who
called.
knows that?
Okay.
To the
Time.
end of
That-
time.
That one song.
To
To
the
the
end
end
of
of time.
Oh, it's the road.
No,
Oh my God.
Michael Jackson.
Do you
Michael
remember
Jackson.
Queen. I don't know. That's Queen. That's a
Some
hard
song by
one.
Beyonce.
Okay.
Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you.
Yo.
Cause I'm happy like the wine.
Why you
If you
feel
feel like
like
breathing, boy, you know you better. Watch
Get
out.
somebody put her out. Put her out. Young, dumb, and broke.
We are young.
No, I got the point. Hush your mouth.
Can you sing?
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Honey.
Honey.
Sweet holy honey.
I
That
can see
one.
this.
That one
All
song.
the way from here.
Truth.
Truth.
Tell the truth from Empire.
Truth is better.
I got this from Empire.
Friend, you got a friend in me.
Oh my God.
Bad.
Cause I'm bad.
Bad. You know it. I'm bad. Watermelon.
Watermelon sugar. Oh my gosh. Of course y'all
That
would.
song is not for kids.
It got watermelon in it. Sugar.
Isn't that brown sugar by Beyonce?
Watermelon sugar. One more time. Kiss.
I kiss
Kiss it, kiss it better, baby.
Oh my God. Okay. Next word.
Production a little slow there.
Beautiful.
You are beautiful in every single way. You make me feel.
Sad. Oh, what's that song by XXX?
I don't want to be.
Wait, is it X?
Break. A song with break.
Break. Give your heart a break.
You can obviously tell this game is about Trish bad. Okay.
I can sing. Just a little rest.
We are in the fast break.
Come on, y'all.
What's the next word?
Oh man.
Hand.
Give me your hand.
She makes them
Take my hand.
Yes.
I'm tired of
I
the promises.
to give you. Isn't that Jagged Edge or something?
I don't know.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring up. What? Eyes.
Oh man.
It's like Billie Eilish. What's that song about Billie Eilish? Mad.
Mad Hatter by Melanie Martinez. I don't know what it goes. I forgot.
I don't know the song about Billie.
Production, come on.
Man. This is no man. Oh, it's a woman's world. Best. The best thing I ever had. Oh, baby. Cherry.
Oh my god.
Her cherry. Can't sing it.
So
Cherry
making up
Chapstick, that one song.
Electric. Boogie, 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 boogie.
It's electric.
Survive. I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
Dance. Just dance.
Oh my god.
You count down, we don't say a word.
Party like a rock star. 1 + 1 = 2.
Okay, Beyonce.
No. Billie Martinez is something. She made a
I
song
mean,
about that.
it's Dollhouse though.
How you
Oh.
put them
Kiss
in
me
the
through the
words?
phone. Kiss me through the phone. Count. Boy.
We
Yeah,
already
you
did
already
that
did that one.
You hear them laughing.
Hotline. You know when the hotline bling. That can only mean one thing.
Hard. You already.
I can hear your heartbeat beat like that. Sorry, I'll sing Allie. Perfect.
Ooh, I know a song.
Oh, Ed Sheeran, Perfect.
Yeah,
What's
that's
the
what I'm
song?
thinking of. I can't.
I met a girl. I'm a
I forgot how.
fan.
You're a fan. You're a fan. You're a fan.
Who's that by?
Jesus.
Thinking out loud.
Okay, Ed Sheeran.
Cars.
Let's think about cars.
Chasing cars. I know there's a song right there. Introducing me to.
Introduce you out this door.
Wait, I love the way you made me hero. I could be your hero. It's a Disney Channel.
Okay.
That was my song. Sauce. I don't know. Ketchup. Together. We're in this together. Stride. What does that even mean?
Yeah, what is that? No.
Who said stride in their song? That is crazy.
Okay, next word.
I think I
is-
won. I definitely won.
I think you're loud.
I'm so fancy. You already know.
Okay, next.
I definitely won.
Okay, so apparently we're done with our little game.
Well,
view.
this is the end of
Thanks
the show.
for tuning in to our show. Make sure to catch us next week. Remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at KSBM_TVT, on Facebook at KSBM Radio, and on Snapchat at KSBM Radio_TVT. Follow us on Anchor.fm at KSBM Radio and use the hashtags #KSBM We Live, #SBM Family Matters, and #SBM Town.
She can't
I can sing. I can sing.